Oh, come on over, motorcade. Isn't that fun? That's so fun. You got to blow the horn when you get a 2026 Valencia 39 BB, not 38, a 39 BB, and there's a reason why. We're going to get into that. I have to do it one more time just because we have to let everybody know that a 2026 Valencia is here. This is part of the Distinguished Trucker series. So, you know as well as I do, when we get one in, we have the tape measure. That's what we do here at Vacation Trucker. You have to know some measurements. So jumping out, you saw me jump out. This has a little bigger foot, so I do like that. So it's a little easier to step up on. So that first one is 19 inches. Second one is 12. So the ascent in there takes a little work, but that's okay. We have the DEF solution. So if you buy diesel, you're going to get into DEF, and it's about a 50-to-1 ratio. So you don't use a whole lot. You use 1 gallon for every roughly 50 gallons of diesel. At the pump, last time I bought it, it was $4.27 a gallon. So when you pull into a truck stop, you're going to get into the back area with the big rigs, and it's going to be dirty. And it's a little different experience if you're not accustomed to that. So for the Distinguished Trucker, it's a little different, but you'll get used to it. So this is an awesome machine, 6.7 Cummins on the S2 chassis. Serviceability, we always talk about serviceability. You see that little tri-view camera, when you blinker, you can see down the side. So those blind spots are covered. It's easy to open up the hood. So when you pull into that Freightliner, if you're out on the road and you need some service, this is what makes Super C so special. Oh, look at that red. Look at that Cummins red. Isn't that pretty? So fresh 2026. This is for the Distinguished Trucker. All right, now as we come on around, beautiful rig. 275, 80, 22 and a half. So good size tread. Obviously 3 ways to get into the coach, which is nice, versus 1 on a Class A. Renegades, you got to get the door, of course. That's a 27-inch door. That is really good. Renegade, by far, has the best steps in the industry, and it's not even close. It feels like concrete, and I'm not exaggerating. I love the way they do their steps, and it's not even close. So they also, it's between Tiffin and Renegade. Renegade has been around for a long time. I mean, they're synonymous with Super Cs. And their side swinging doors, them and Tiffin have the best side swinging doors. Double hinged, double latched. They're just heavy duty. I just love the way they're just heavy. When you shut them, they don't break. Now, you know as well as I do, when we get into this, we got to take some measurements. So that's 50 inches. Nice big openings. We'll call it 25 by 27 inches deep. So that's a nice start to the pocket. Then you have this middle pocket. Of course, you have the entertainment sit out under the Girard awning. You don't have to worry about arms down, banging your head. Beautiful Girard awning. Wind sensor. It starts to bounce, it'll retract. Once again, you don't depend on that. That's just a nice feature to have. If a windstorm blows up, catches you off guard, it's nice. It will retract. But you don't want to use that. You don't want to depend on that because you'll end up with a broken awning. But it's an awesome feature. Of course, out under the awning, got your TV, sound bar. Great place to hang out. Watch those mighty Tar Heels, play basketball, whatever you're out watching, football. Now, in this compartment, I'm going to show you this when I walk inside. A lot of people are not familiar with these. These are slide locks. You don't see much of these anymore. So I'm going to go over that when we walk inside because I haven't demonstrated. Basically, it just holds that slide in place. But they actually turn this into, if you want to call it, the mega compartment. So you're at, we'll call it 7.5 feet. Massive compartment. So fishing poles, it gives you an area, because one of the things about Super Cs is you don't get the pass through, but they can make these bays really nice. So 36 inches, plenty of room in the bay. We'll call it 25. Once again, 27 inches deep. So even though you don't have the pass through of a Class A with these side swinging doors, everything's right here. It's easy to get to. Of course, the thing that changes this year on this 39BB is this is now a triple slide. It's the first time they've ever done this. So can't wait to get it open, show you on the inside for the new 2026. Now in the back, they have this quick connect gas. I like how they box it. It's just nice and finished. Just like the way that looks. Once again, you have another compartment that goes all the way through. This is fantastic. So we're once again 7.5 feet and tons of room for storage. Once again, look at these latches. I'm talking, they're going to hold up with time, because side swinging doors, they get loose. They take some maintenance, but Renegade, they do. They have the best side swinging. Full body paint, frameless windows, just gives it an absolutely amazing look. Now as we come around, it's got a 12,000 pound tow with the Gen Y. So you have the 2-inch ball and the 2 5/16. Generator exhaust comes out the back, so it's not blowing on your awning side. So it's out the back, keeps the noise down. Beautiful molded cap, gives it a great look. Lights up high if you're towing something. Camera, backup camera, of course, so you can watch all the action behind you. And as we come around, just more storage. Power reel. This is the American way right here. Come on, power reel. We don't want to have to manually do anything in America. Transfer switch, surge guard already integrated. Another nice compartment, plenty of room. 39 inches, 21 by 27. So that's pretty consistent on that 27 inches deep. 8 kW diesel generator, runs right off the same tank. So you don't have to worry about keeping a propane tank full or 2 separate fuel sources. And this is going to power the whole coach, no problem. There's where the old stinky slinky goes, integrated, ready to go. Diesel fuel. Oh, this thing's thirsty. It's very, very thirsty. The Distinguished Trucker has a thirsty automobile, that's for sure. All right, wet bay, whole house water filtration. You can see all cable hookup. Basically has everything you need in there. Check your water levels from the outside. Look at this. This is just what Renegade does. Has your water hose, nice little spot to store it. Black tank access, but you do have your dumps right here. So black tank access, once again, side swinging doors, propane, and then you have your batteries, lithium, and I'll give you an MSRP sheet that has all the options at the end, and there's your starting batteries. All right, so as we go around, and of course, now that this thing's a triple slide, we want to see it with the slides in. And as we walk in, we want to change that view. Thanks to Kat for helping me out today. There is a slide lock I have demonstrated right here, so you can see how this works. So it basically locks in the slide, and you do not want to forget that's there. You talk about destroying your coach. You leave that there and start bringing your slides in, you're going to rip the fascia. So I don't know how many alerts you need to put on your phone that you have these, but it keeps it nice and in place, especially if you're out west on a rough road. Anywhere that's got a real rough road, it's nice to lock these in place. So as we come in, you can see, even though this is now a triple slide, you still have fantastic room to get around. So you can see the refrigerator, easy to get to. And the only thing is that it slides this way. So you got to step on the other side, which it is what it is. You still can almost completely open the door. Freezer. So you're looking, you know, if you got big dogs, you can almost 2 feet. So you have plenty of room for the dogs to get through. Good room. Good room. Get to the pantry. Bathroom. Look at this. This is big. You can open the door all the way to get into the bathroom. So wash your hands, use the restroom when you're out on the road, pull into the gas station. This is probably about the tightest spot. You're right around 16 inches if you want to get to the bed. Some people might take a nap, but you can get back in here comfortable. So once again, even with this new addition of a slide, you have plenty of room. We're going to get this thing opened up and show it to you. We'll be back shortly. Thanks. You're not going to see this on the compartment, but before we head inside, we want to show you this. You know, sometimes husband and wife, they get into some arguments. You know, it could be you could be an Ohio State fan, she could be Michigan, and the game doesn't go the way you want it to go, and there could be a little spat. So you need somewhere to go. So I just want to showcase the doghouse. So being in Ohio, Cleveland Browns, they call themselves the doghouse, the dog pound. So, you know, when things don't go your way, I mean, look at the amenities out here. This is a nice insulated bay. So if you want to come out here and sleep until the tempers calm down, maybe she wears khakis like Jim Harbaugh. I don't know. But just could be a little tension. If you need to come out here, I want you to look at the amenities before we head inside. I mean, you have a nice place to sleep from the shelter, outside TV, awning. I mean, what more could you ask for? So just wanted to show you that. You're not going to see that on the options list in the old doghouse, but it's there. And we got this thing set up a little differently. So at night, when you're sleeping a lot of people, when you walk inside, I want you to experience what it looks like when you come in to sleep for the night. So come on in. Oh, it's nice and cool in here. So you can see with this triple slide, by the way, this is a brand new floor plan, triple slide, you can see the room, even with all the beds. You could actually sleep 3 kids here easily. You don't have to have these cushions here. I just put them there. So you have this. You basically can drop down the booth. Awesome storage. So I wanted to showcase that, of course. And then you have the tree house. This is what my kids fight over. This is Manhattan right here. This is the penthouse. So this is where they want to stay. You also have the little power shade if you need to put that down. Need to block out some of that sunshine. So as you can see, when you walk in for the night, you have 2 or 3 people up here, 2 or 3 people here, 2 or 3 people here. We'll keep walking now. This gets even better. I mean, bunks. I mean, this is unreal. I want you to look at all the sleeping in here. This is an absolute sleeping machine. So as you can see, this is set up for night. Tons of sleeping. We're going to get all the beds in because I want you to see it with the booth up, couch in. I mean, this is a beautiful unit. So we're going to get everything put back in place, and we'll do a little walkthrough on the inside. Thanks. All right, come on. Now, we showed you kind of the sleeping arrangements. Now we're going to go for the final walk. Now, when we're out on the road, there's 6 of us. This is a nightmare. And, of course, you're not getting 6 underneath here, but I like that. So we're going to start off on storage. Check that out. I mean, that is a great idea. Put your flip-flops there. So right off the bat, they're doing it the right way. You got some storage. Actually, here you can put your kids' shoes. You're not going to get an adult foot in there, but you definitely get some kids' shoes in there. So come on in. This will push back. So you can slide this back so you can walk in the cab unimpeded. So you don't have to worry about ducking all the way under. And, of course, you can slide it back if you want to make that a bed. So, but this slides. Now you can see I opened up all the drawers for you. Those are 16 inches deep. And they kind of hinge so you can kind of adjust wherever you want it. Day and night shades. So you can either do either or. Fantastic. So you can see the couch up. Flush floor slide. Comfortable. Come on, this is home. This is This is America right here. Now, booths back up. Of course, you have the storage underneath, the cushions that make the bed stow under. Great design. You can see some of these dovetailed. You can see it right here. Come on, dovetailed cabinetry. I mean, this is actual real wood. 12 inches deep, huge drawer. Of course, you got your cooktop. Microwave. All these drawers. Look at all this storage. Trash can. Very important. Must have the trash can. Deep sink. Look at that. 10 inches deep. Tons of countertop space. These are 11 inches deep. Once again, you can adjust them. So you can see how more storage, actually adjustable, so you can move those to where you want them. Pantry. Oh yeah. Pantry space. All your fuses, easy to get to. Drawers. I mean, it truly is remarkable, all the storage they give you in this. You come back, more. His and hers. Just tons. Drawers, drawers, more drawers. Up here, another drawer. I think these should be right around 14. Yep, 14. Tons of storage. Showcase the different. You can go blue or the light for night light if you're reading a book. Nice little shelf. And then, of course, under, this is where you put the secret of stuff. Look at that. Storage underneath. So once again, hey, and you have your own laundromat. Oh, yeah. Look at that. You have your own laundromat. Make a bunch of money off your neighbors. Why not? So as you can see, as we go back through, now we have all the drawers. We actually have the doors as well. 2 actual doors. They lock them in place. Actual wood. Not curtains. So as you can see, the reveal. This is fantastic. Now once you get your stuff in here, just like your house, it's not going to be nearly as roomy. And we all bring stuff in, but just a tremendous floor plan with the extra slide now. And of course, as you sit down in the cockpit, what a commanding experience. We just took a Super C down to Douglas Lake, Tennessee. Jellicoe Mountain, no problem whatsoever. Same platform as this has. Just handled the mountain with no trouble whatsoever. So it's commanding. This experience is commanding. Now, this is a Garmin, which is really neat. So, of course, you got your radio just to show you a few things. Campgrounds, trip history. I mean, there's some good stuff in here. Browser. I mean, you can look up anything on here. And then the last digital piece, actually, I want to show it to you. Let's get back here and take a look. Finishing out 2026. This is for the Distinguished Trucker. So this is your interface, digital interface. There's your tank levels, gen start, master lights. Of course, you can control them individually. Power, AC, there's your heat pumps, slide controls. So as you can see, listen, this is as good as home. So make sure you come out, ask for Motor Mike at RCD RV Pataskala. We are a top 50 dealer. We're ranked. You're going to hear about football season real soon. Everybody wants to know where they're ranked. We're top 50. And so we take good care of our customers. We'll take you out on a test drive, show you the ropes. It's an awesome lifestyle. Hope to see you soon. Thanks.